Guinea versus Malawi. Which country is better? Hello explorers and welcome to a new video. In this video, we will place two African countries on the scale based on some particular factors and see who weighs more. It is no doubt that African countries have some striking similarities in structure and government, but zooming in, it is quite clear that these countries show distinctions in many areas, with some being better or worse than others. Guinea and Malawi are both beautiful countries, no doubt, but for the sake of this video, we will put both alongside based on topology, political stability, economy, tourism, and sports, and then draw a conclusion on which is better based on their points. Before we go any further, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our new uploads. Topology. Guinea is roughly the size of the United Kingdom and slightly smaller than the states of Michigan or Oregon. There are 320 kilometers of coastline and the total land border is 3,399 kilometers. The countries bordering Guinea include Côte d'Ivoire, Guinea-Bissau, Liberia, Mali, Senegal, and Sierra Leone. The country is divided into three main regions: the lowlands along the coast, the mountains that run roughly north to south through the country, and the forested jungle regions in the south and east. Guinea's mountains are the source for the Niger, Gambia, and Senegal rivers, as well as the numerous rivers flowing to the sea on the west side of the range in Sierra Leone and Côte d'Ivoire. The highest point in Guinea is Mount Nimba at 1,752 meters. Although the Guinean and Ivorian sides of the Nimba line are a UNESCO strict nature reserve, a portion of the so-called Guinean backbone continues into Liberia, where it has been mined for decades. Fouta Djallon is a highland region in the center of Guinea. It consists mainly of rolling grasslands at an average elevation of about 900 meters. The highest point, Mount Lura, rises to 1,515 meters. The plateau consists of thick sandstone formations that overlie granitic basement rock. Erosion by rain and rivers have carved deep jungle canyons and valleys into the sandstone. It receives a great deal of rainfall, and the headwaters of the three major rivers, the Niger River, the Gambia River, and the Senegal River, have their sources on it. It is thus sometimes called the Water Tower of West Africa. Some authors also refer to Fouta Djallon as the Switzerland of West Africa. This area has been subject to excessive burning, and the lower slopes are characterized by secondary woodland, much sedge, and expanses of laterite. The higher plateaus and peaks have dense forests, and some plants found nowhere else in the world have been reported on them. Dense mangrove forests grow along Guinea's river mouths. The vegetation of Lower Guinea is woodland, with many woody climbers and bushes. Gum copal is common near streams. Savanna woodland characterizes Upper Guinea, with only tall grass in large areas. Trees include the shea-nut, Tamara rind, and the locust bean. There is also a rainforest along the border with Liberia. The elephant, hippopotamus, buffalo, lion, leopard, and many kinds of antelope and monkey are found in Guinea, as well as crocodiles and several species of venomous snakes. Birds are plentiful and diverse. Guinea's coastal region and much of the inland area have a tropical climate with a long rainy season of 6 months, a relatively high and uniform annual temperature, and high humidity. Generally, Guinea has a beautiful and diverse topology. Now let's look at its counterpart, Malawi. Malawi is situated in southeastern Africa. It is bordered by Tanzania to the north, Zambia on the northwest, and Mozambique on the east, south, and west. The Great Rift Valley runs through the country from north to south, and to the east of the valley lies Lake Malawi, making up over 3/4 of Malawi's eastern boundary. The surface of Lake Malawi is located 457 meters above sea level, with a maximum depth of 701 meters, which means the lake bottom is over 213 meters below sea level at some point. The Shire River flows from the south end of the lake and joins the Zambezi River 400 kilometers further south in Mozambique. East and west of the Rift Valley, the land forms high plateaus. In the north, the Nika uplands rise as high as 2,600 meters, and in the south of the lake lies the Shire Highlands, rising to Mount Zomba and Mount Mulanje, 2,130 meters and 3,048 meters respectively. In the extreme south, the elevation is only 60 to 90 meters above sea level. The islands of Likoma and Chisomula belong to Malawi, but lie entirely within Mozambique territorial waters, forming maritime enclaves. Malawi's climate is generally subtropical. A rainy season runs from November through April. There is little to no rainfall throughout the rest of the year. Now, concluding on topology, this round will go to Guinea due to its diverse and very unique geographical features that make it stand out. Political stability. Political stability and absence of violence or terrorism measures perceptions of the likelihood of political instability and politically motivated violence, including terrorism. Malawi has remained politically stable and free of both internal and external conflict since its independence in 1964. Internal political repression was prevalent under one-party rule, but receded following the peaceful introduction of multi-party democracy in 1994. According to the Political Stability Index, Malawi scores -0.24 as compared to a world average of -0.07. Obviously, Malawi is very politically stable. Guinea, on the other hand, hasn't been very politically stable in recent times. I mean, we all know of the coups and military takeovers that have destabilized the country and had its president Alpha Condé impeached of political crimes and also held captive by his own guards. There isn't any latest percentile on the Political Stability Index of Guinea as of 2021, but I guess we all know who this round goes to. So let me just say it, concluding on political stability, it is safe to say that this round goes to Malawi. Next on the list is economy. Malawi is a landlocked, densely populated country. Its economy is heavily dependent on agriculture. It has few exploitable mineral resources. Its three most important export crops are tobacco, tea, and sugar. Agriculture represents 38.6% of the gross domestic product and accounts for over 80% of the labor force and also represents about 80% of all exports. Nearly 90% of the population engages in subsistence farming. The GDP of Malawi is estimated to be about $12.80 billion. Guinea, on the other hand, possesses major mineral, hydroelectric, and agricultural resources, yet remains an underdeveloped nation. The country possesses over 30% of the world's bauxite reserves and is the second largest bauxite producer. The mining sector accounts for about 70% of exports. The GDP of Guinea is estimated to be about $16 billion. From the GDPs of both countries, it is clear that the economy of Guinea is more boomy and thus another round for Guinea. Next on the list is tourism. The tourism industry in Malawi has significantly grown since the mid-1970s, and the Malawian government is attempting to expand it further. The tourism industry, however, was significantly affected in the 1980s by an economic recession in South Africa, where most Malawian tourists come from. The sector was also greatly affected by the destabilization of Zimbabwe, but it has seen some double-digit growth in recent years. Malawi has a range of popular tourist attractions, including Lake Malawi, Mulanje Mountain, and Zomba Plateau. National parks are another common tourist destination. Notable sites include Nyika National Park, Kasungu National Park, and Liwonde National Park. Lake Malawi National Park is another significant destination as it is listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site due to unique species that inhabit the grounds. In addition to this site, the rock paintings at Chongoni are another commonly visited tourist destination. These sites provide an understanding of traditional culture in Malawi, depicting Farmer rock art and Batau paintings, a group that inhabited the area from the Stone Age. Looking at Guinea, it has diverse tourism opportunities. The country's evenly stretched vegetation and wildly diverse landscape is indeed gorgeous. It has rich biodiversity with significant aesthetic diverse natural beauty composed of parks, aquariums, natural hot springs, unique animal species, mountainous terrains, many river meander cutoffs, gorges, and rapids. The country is brimming with vegetation diversity, from broad coastal beaches to dense forests embedded with nature's ultimate secrets, from the foothills of the Futa Jalan to the vast plains drained by the Niger River and its tributaries. And to crown them all, the people of Guinea have a strong tradition of showing hospitality to visitors. Guinea has a coastline of about 300 kilometers and a continental shelf of 56,000 square kilometers, among the largest in West Africa, extending up to 80 nautical miles offshore. The diversity, topography, climate, and culture of Guinea make it a tourist paradise of varied resources. Well, this comparison obviously goes to Guinea, giving Guinea another point over Malawi. Last on the list is sports. Despite its social and financial situation, the people of Guinea-Conakry love football. Their national football team is called Sili Nacional, which literally means National Elephant. Internationally, they have done too well and have never qualified for the FIFA World Cup finals though. Their best performance in an international tournament was at the 1976 Africa Cup of Nations, where they finished in second place. Malawi, on the other hand, has a special place in its heart for sports, football to be specific. This is mainly due to the fact that its history is mostly spent as a colony of the old British Empire, who basically worships football. It is played by all boys at levels in pretty much anything flat. Netball is also quite popular, especially for schoolgirls. As a matter of fact, Malawi is a member of the International Federation of Netball Associations and is currently one of the very best internationally. The Malawi national football team, nicknamed the Flames, represents Malawi in international football and is controlled by the Football Association of Malawi. They have qualified for 3 Africa Cup of Nations in 1984, 2010, and 2021. They also won the Sekafa Cup in 1978, 1979, and 1988. Clearly, Malawi has a more accomplished sport organization than Guinea, so this round is for Malawi. Now, in conclusion of our comparison, it is clear to see that Guinea had more points, but Malawi on the other side sure put up a good fight. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. There you have it, explorers. Guinea versus Malawi. Which is better? It all depends on you. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment.